So here's a great protein packed meal for some lean old muscle. Okay, so I've got some sirloin steak here. Nice bit of cut there with a bit of fat on the top. And then I also have my cherry tomatoes, which I'm going to use. And then I've got my fine beans. There you go, some fine beans in there. And I'm going to use a handful of those as well. Again, I don't over-consume on a load of veg. I do enjoy the vegetables, it's really good for you. And then also my protein intake isn't massive because at the end of the day, too much protein, gain too much body fat again. So I'm just trying to keep a very, very lean body, but also put a bit of protein back into the muscles. Okay, now I'm quickly going to make the sauce that I'm going to rub on my steak, and this is what I will be frying it in. Okay, so I've got some garlic in here in a pestle and mortar, so I'll be crushing that. And I've got a bit of thyme and a bit of rosemary, but only a small amount, not loads. So I'm going to put that in there as well. Okay, and then I've also melted a little bit of butter, but I'll add that in a sec. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to start crushing up these bits. So you get all the flavor out. And again, I'll be rubbing everything all over the steak. Give it that extra special flavor. Use a knife just to scrape it off. And you can already smell it. Once you crush it, the smell comes out immediately. This will taste so nice. Okay, next bit I'm going to do is add in some black pepper. Not loads. And some sea salt. There you go. A bit in there. Good. And then keep on crushing it and mix it up again. Scrape it off. Okay, and now for the final bit, I'm going to add in the melted butter. Bit of that. And then I'm going to use a spoon just to give it a good old mix. So a tiny little teaspoon. And then just give it all a good old mix. And this I will rub all over the steak. As you can see, it's gone into like a, almost like a puree. Okay, next step, take the steak and then I'm going to rub it all over it. Okay, so I've laid out my steak. Next bit I'm going to do is take a bit of that mixture that I've made and just rub it all over the steak. Get it in there, give it a good old rub. Make sure you kind of get it everywhere, over the fat and the meat as well. Flip it over, and then on the other side, do exactly the same thing. As you can see, it's like a nice paste. It's lovely. And it smells really, really nice. Flavor your food. Don't eat bland food, please. Nobody likes bland food. Okay, and one more time on the other side. Okay, I'll flip it around. Rub this off the knife. Okay, great. Now let's add it into the frying pan. Okay, now I love cooking in real butter. I use unsalted butter, real butter, and I'm going to add my steak into that. Gives beautiful flavor to the meat. There you go. And then I'm also going to add in my fine beans. So a handful of fine beans. There you go. This will absorb the flavor of the food as well. And then at the end I will add in the tomatoes. So again, this gives beautiful taste at all. Now I like my meat pretty rare, so I will leave it on there maybe for about a minute, flip it over on the other minute, and then I will also lay it on its side so that I can kind of cook the fat, make it a little bit more crispy. Just a quick little tip, you can see mine is now browning up, and the reason for that is I rub the steak in the pan, constantly turning over the fine beans as well because they go soft really quickly. But rub the steak in the pan, gives it that lovely, lovely brown kind of burnt flavor almost. Just a beautiful taste, and you can smell it. It's so, so nice. Now the last bit I'm going to do is I'm just going to add in the tomatoes as well, give them a little bit of a fry, and then it's all done and ready to be eaten. Now this meal was quick and easy, very, very tasty meal. This is a great meal for building that lean muscle. It's not going to make you fat. Don't worry, it's not going to make you fat. The fat won't make you fat. Too many people are spreading that word, and that's the reason why we all buy these rubbish products and are all getting unwell. So here you go. There you can see I've got my fine beans, I've got my tomatoes, And then of course I've got my nice big succulent steak on there as well. Really, really nice. And like I say, like mine rare, you can cook yours for a little bit longer. Don't have to go as quick as that. But a beautiful meal, and this is great, especially if you're an active person. For non-active people, just eat a little bit less, don't eat too much. But if you're active, you can have that little bit more. You will burn it off, and it will help you transform your body in no time. So enjoy it, have a great time with this meal, and hopefully you get great results. See you later. Bye.